Hello Lolas. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about when you're looking for a baby and you're trying to figure out the size and you're trying to gauge the size. And you know, a lot of these kits and whether it's vinyl or silicone can be quite confusing when you're like, well, how many inches, what size is this baby? And then people just like, oh, it's 19 inches or it's 20 inches or it's 23 inches or, you know, whatever, it's 17 inches. The inches can be very, very confusing because you can have babies that is almost the same inch or the same amount of inches and still look very different. It was like I was telling people my Willow, which is Phoebe, and my Gabigail was the same amount of inches on paper, but in person they looked very different. Like one looked very baby and one looked a little bit older. The cloth body definitely looked bigger than the vinyl, of course, but just even with that, it was just like the inches was not, you know. Or for instance, he is, I think, 24.5 or 25 inches, Tiger. And then you got the limb kit that is about, what, 28 inches or something like that. But we make limb like way bigger and all this and stuff. Like it's by Bonnie Brown. So like it's like the inches, you know, could be very different. I'll have a baby that's 15 inches that look like it's 10 inches, and you can have a 15-inch baby that looks like it's just regular preemie. So a lot of times that's why I like to reference clothes, even though nowadays, even depending on what state you're in, definitely when you're on different sides of the world, 0 to 3 months may vary, but at least you kind of have somewhat of an idea. Like, okay, in these brands here, this baby may fit 3 to 6 months. Like Phoebe, I put her on 0 to 3 months. She can wear some newborns, but mostly like 0 to 3 months. She may be able to, in like the older brands, older clothes, 3 to 6 months, but really is 0 to 3 months. She's not a 3 to 6 month size baby. Same with him. This outfit is actually 0 to 3 months, but I think it's cut big. Cut very big actually. And then, but he normally wears 6 to 9 months. Sometimes 12 months. I'm trying to get the other shirt so I can make sure I'm telling you the exact size of the outfit. But I think I put it away. I did. So anyway, but nevertheless, the size can vary so much. These babies are really sizes I really love a whole lot. I have my Everlay micro preemie that is, what is 13 inches, and Nori was what, 14.5, and I think their size are very, look, kind of comfortable, but not, he's smaller than, definitely smaller than Nori. But the head, they have good size heads, bigger heads on them, which is very much like a real baby. The head is usually bigger. And so yeah, it's like, I don't know, like I really can't appreciate a silicone micro preemie or a silicone preemie. I like those babies more than I like vinyl and preemie. And where I do like this size baby in silicone, I do prefer my bigger babies in vinyl. That's a whole nother subject for another day about vinyl. My love for vinyl is definitely back at its peak again. I miss my collecting vinyl. And, you know, I always love silicone, of course. It's my first choice, but vinyl, I really have been missing the, you know, just the whole not decorating, the dressing, the styling the hair, just the whole posing and all that stuff. I just really miss collecting vinyl. And vinyl has so many more faces and different limb matches, and you can match so much with vinyl. Like you can match the arms and legs and the heads, and you know, sometimes it's just, you know, it's you have to be careful with that, but it does work. But anyway, I just thought I would come on and just mention that, like, you know, when you're looking for a baby and you really, you know, the size is a big to do for you, you know, just make sure you ask, like, well, what size clothes are you putting them on, or what brand, you know, too, because the brand matters. So, like, Gerber clothes fits, they're much cut smaller normally. So, a preemie can wear a newborn in Gerber, and a newborn can wear 03 in Gerber brands a lot of times. But yeah, so hope that helps someone out, so they don't keep getting babies and like, dang, this is not the size that I was expecting, or they said it was a 20-inch baby, but this baby is so small. 20 inches can be curled up and could still only fit preemie sometime, or 0 to 3. It depends on, and then if it's a cloth body, it depends on how they weight them, what size body they use, because sometimes we use bigger bodies, shorter bodies. That's another thing too. When I have a baby that seems like the limbs need the body, like it seems like it's not proportioned, sometimes I will do the body longer, or I'll put it on the smaller body, and it'll make the baby flow so much better. So switching the bodies out can also help a lot. Like for instance, my Brooklyn, which is the June kit from Bountiful Baby, I had a custom body made for that baby. And because I wanted it to fall a certain way, I didn't want it to have those little slumped over macaroni arm looking things. So, and then the way I weighted her allows her not to look like, you know, like I said, a football player or something like that. But anyway, we'll get more into that, guys. Please leave in the comment section things and just topics that you would love to hear from me, questions that you might have, and I'll go from there. Also, I am going to be finished like I said, I'm trying to wrap up the painting on the vinyl in the membership. Also gonna give a few little tips to some of my fellow